Buon pomeriggio, beautiful people. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. So I'm a little bit stressed and in a rush, to be honest, because it's 20 past 7 and I booked my gym session at 7:30, and yeah, I am so tired and not motivated at all, and I don't want to go, but I told myself that I was going to train today, so we're going to train today. My main thing with the gym and absolutely everything is discipline and consistency, and so because I told myself that I was going to train today, there is no other option. So I am trying to pick myself up with a little bit of caffeine and a little bit of, you know, carbs, sugar, protein and whatnot. But to be honest, these are, I think, just placebo. Like, I don't think that these actually do anything, but it's what makes me believe that I will be able to perform and do the workout I'm planning to do. But yeah, so sorry for the rant. I'm literally running on my last neurons. I don't even know what I said at this point. I'm just so tired. And yeah, I just want to get the workout done, come back home and have some dinner. I'm just going to finish this, which by the way, is one of the best protein cookies I've had. I haven't tried many from Women's Best, but this is honestly surprisingly good. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this. I'm going to finish my pre-workout. I'm going to have loads of water because I feel really, like my throat is really dry and I just feel really weak and dizzy. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get changed and then I will bring you with me at the gym because hopefully it's going to be, you know, late enough for the gym to slowly free up and be more empty. So hopefully I will be able to film my workout without, you know, bothering anyone. So yeah, I will bring you along with me at the gym, and then after we will catch up and I will explain to you what we're doing in this Vlogmas vlog day 8.
The snow is falling down. I've been longing for this Christmas when everyone's around to share this holiday. Yes, it's a time of happiness, a time of joy, but now this year is twice as special cause I'm hoping for us to fall in love in this winter chilling by the fire as I'm trying to get your attention, giving you a smile. I can seem to look away. I might be crazy, but I think you feel it too, like a vibration right between us with a beautiful tune. Could we fall in love in this winter wonderland? The stars shine much brighter. Or is it just your eyes that have lit something in me? I see you coming closer from across the room. My heart is pounding really fast. I don't know what to do. Could we fall in love in this winter wonderland?
I'm back from the gym and excuse my appearance right now. I am so tired. I feel like I've been complaining for the whole beginning of this vlog, but yeah, I am so glad I went. I feel much better. I feel more accomplished and I feel more positive about this day because I prioritized myself and I prioritized the gym, and I went anyway, and once I was there it felt so good and it made me really de-stress and take away all the negativity I felt along the day today and just replaced it with a more positive feeling and more positive thinking. So I'm really glad that I went and I obligated myself to go. But yeah, I'm still really tired, and I am literally sat on the floor because I cannot be bothered to stand up and shower. I mean, we are at that point where I think I'm going to have to eat dinner, sat on the floor, and then hopefully I will have eaten enough calories to be able to stand up and, you know, move my arms up and wash my hair and whatnot. So yeah, I am just absolutely exhausted, but very happy. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I ordered McDonald's and I do not feel guilty about it one bit. I feel like I deserve it. I do not necessarily think about food or takeaways as I can't eat them if I haven't earned them, in the sense that if I haven't worked out, not at all. But today is one of those days where it's just, it feels good. It feels like it was meant to be. I've been literally out of the house for 12 hours, came back, made myself go to the gym, did that full body workout for over an hour, just because I took it slow. And yeah, and now I am just going to watch TV from the floor, eat from the floor, and have a shower. So yeah, that's going to be my night for today, and hopefully I will be able to sleep and rest, and then tomorrow morning we will catch up again, and I will be in a much better mood. I will be all washed up and, you know, decent to be seen on camera. And yeah, I really hope you liked the workout. I actually really enjoyed it. As I said, it made me feel really good, and it just, everything motivated me, and I enjoyed every bit of it. So I do really advise that you try it out, as I honestly loved it. So yeah, if you can, try it out, and if you do, please let me know, obviously. And yeah, I'm just going to have dinner, watch some TV, relax, and I will see you tomorrow morning for some baking and some fun activities of the day.
Little baby's a little bit seeking attention because he's been all day alone at home, and now he doesn't leave me alone. And of course he prefers playing with the stick bit than with the ball bit, obviously. Buongiorno, I have been working for a few hours now, and it's time for my morning break. And because I wanted to cook a little bit, I thought we could do a little bit of baking, and we can make some gingerbread cookies, which I think will be really nice, and I don't know, a little bit more festive than we have been cooking lately. And today I also really wanted to do sort of like a gift guide. I wanted to talk to you about what I bought for friends and family, and give you maybe some ideas about a few presents of, you know, sort of any range. So there are a few things that are really cute and small and totally affordable, and then a little bit more mid-range, and then maybe some ideas for something more on the expensive side, but nothing too crazy. And yeah, I really wanted to just share with you a few ideas, and maybe you could also give me a few ideas, because some of the things I think are really good, but I've done it already for a few years now, so I didn't want to, you know, there's no point of doing it again. So yeah, if you guys have any more suggestions or presents, then that will be great. But yeah, I'm just going to finish a few emails now, and then I will start making the gingerbread cookies, which sounds so good right now. I am so looking forward to it. Right, so for the gingerbread cookies, I went into the internet because I do not have any recipe that I've done before. I actually never ever baked gingerbread cookies before. So yeah, I was trying to find one that had good reviews and that was easy enough and didn't have any crazy ingredients that I can use. And I found this one from food.com, which, to be honest, looks quite nice, and the reviews seems to be really good, so I'm looking forward to it. And it's honestly really easy and straightforward. It says that it makes around 24 cookies, so I think that's going to be alright. I got the cookie cutters that we bought together the other day from TK Maxx. So yeah, I just have this sort of snowflake shape as opposed to the actual gingerbread man.
but I think that is going to be actually really cute. We got some things that my partner very kindly bought for us. Some new baking sheet cookies to bake them in, because the ones that we have, I thought they were going to be too small because they were too narrow and it wouldn't fit many, especially if the big one, it wouldn't fit many, whereas this one has a little bit more space and we can do 2 different tiers. So we got that. We have the flour and the spices. So it just says ground cinnamon and ground ginger. It also said ground cloves, but I couldn't find them in Tesco. So that's why we got this, and we're just going to try to do our best to grind them down. Flour, soft sugar. Then we have a little bit of a problem with the icing. I thought I could find those sort of tubes that look like almost toothpaste tubes for icing, but they only have it for white chocolate. So in terms of decorating, I think it's going to be the challenge of the day. But yeah, we're going to try our best to do a little bit of nice decorations on the snowflake with some icing sugar. And then this one, the self-raising flour, which you saw, if you saw the other Vlogmas vlog, that's one of the things I keep missing having. And the zest of a lemon. So it seems to be, as I said, pretty simple and straightforward. In terms of molasses, it says to add a bit of half a cup of molasses, but we couldn't find it in Tesco either. And I read that we can substitute it for sugar and honey, or sugar and maple syrup, and we have both. So I'm going to try find the best substitute, and I will obviously link it if you have the same problem, so we can substitute it with that. But basically what it just says is to mix in one bowl the dry ingredients, mix in a different bowl the sugar, butter, eggs and molasses, so all the liquids, and then let it stand at room temperature for at least 2 hours. So that is the only long step of today. So I think that we're going to mix everything now and then let it stand for those 2 hours, and while the cookies dough or mix is, you know, sitting for those 2 hours, I can finish some work, and then we can have that sit down and we can actually do the gift guide. So yeah, that's going to be good in timing. So I'm going to just go ahead and do my best grinding the cloves and mixing the ingredients. Okay, so I didn't realize that was meant to beat the butter with the liquids in a big bowl and put instead the flour and the dry ingredient in a smaller bowl. So I think I'm just going to transfer this there and then do that there. I can totally smell the ginger, the cinnamon and the cloves, and it smells so nice, honestly. It's not necessarily that soft, so I might put it in the microwave for a little bit. Right, so the butter obviously is a little bit more soft, so we have to mix it with 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Yeah, 1 large egg, and to beat it at medium speed until well blended. This seems to be quite a good consistency, so I think is what it was meant, and it's quite well blended. And then now I have to add the molasses, vanilla and lemon zest, and to continue to blend. Okay, so for the molasses, it says half a cup of molasses, which we can substitute it with 1/4 of a cup of honey and 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Yeah, honey apparently is the best thing we can do, so I'm gonna go for that. I think it's about both the taste and the consistency of being liquid as opposed to just adding more sugar. It's basically the whole thing. I'm gonna let it sit down a little bit longer.
Okay, I think that's done. And now gradually stir in everything, and then we have to divide the dough in half, wrap each half in plastic and let it stand for room temperature for 2 hours. So pretty straightforward. I'm just going to go ahead and do as quickly as possible just because I really don't want this to take too long.
Come on, I need to hear you now.
It seems to be too dry. I don't know if I was meant to add maybe a little bit more of honey. It's literally not keeping together. I think, yeah, I'm gonna have to add a little bit more of these to combine it together. Maybe a little bit of water. Why is it so friable? It's like a crumble. So my camera died mid-process. So yeah, what happened is that I put a little bit more water while putting flour on my hands so that it wouldn't stop sticking. And slowly it did become a dough. So yeah, I think right now what I'm going to do is just finish rolling into a dough, into a ball, and then divide it into and let it sit for 2 hours wrapped in plastic. Now is actually a proper dough, and yeah, it seems to be that we managed to solve and save the situation. Right, so I'm just going to, yeah, put them here and leave them for 2 hours. But honestly, thank God I deep cleaned the whole kitchen this morning because I did not expect for this to happen. And as a side note for the gift guide, if you have the counter space to buy a KitchenAid, buy a KitchenAid. So in terms of the gift guide, I don't want this section to be too long, so I tried doing my best to narrow it down to a few categories, and then within each category is just a few items. So the main section I think I want to talk about are fitness, because obviously this is a fitness YouTube and I love fitness, so I am passionate about what I would like to get or what I want to give others that are fitness related. Then I also wanted to do a more personal and related to clothing or personal style or beauty or anything that is more about the person per se. Then as well some technology, and then finally some things that you could gift or you could buy for, you know, whoever you're spending Christmas with to do on Christmas Day, so that especially if like me, you're only spending Christmas Day with your significant other and you can't see your family, then I thought it was nice to get something that we could do during the day and make an activity out of it and just, you know, enjoy the day. So in terms of fitness accessories, the main things I'm going to talk about are a little bit general, so they're not necessarily female or male or anything like that. So I thought that would be quite nice and applicable to everyone. So the first thing I was thinking about when I was reflecting on what I use the most at the gym or even working out at home, I realized the importance of my accessories, the importance of my little bits and bobs that I use basically every single time I work out. So the first thing, some resistance bands, and I did a whole video about specifically accessories for the gym and what's in my gym bag, so I will link that below because I think I included way more bits and way more nice stuff in that video, which is quite old, but everything is literally exactly the same. Everything is still relevant, and everything I said in that video is absolutely truthful because I'm still using it. I think it's almost a year later. So yeah, the first thing are resistance bands, both short and long ones. And whether you're working out at the gym, outside, at home, wherever, traveling, in the train, I don't know, these have saved me so many times and have made my workout go literally to another level. And things like these especially, these are very versatile, and honestly I can do anything: back, abs, arms, legs, you name it. Best thing I've ever bought, and I specifically like the fabric ones for the short ones and the silicone ones for the long ones, which are very, very thick, as you can tell. So yeah, number one, resistance bands. The second thing for the gym are for your hands. So anything that is like gloves to avoid hurting your hands or having a better grip. These gloves are my lifesaver and I really love them. However, if these are too bulky, or especially in summertime, you don't want to wear them or whatever it is, a great substitute has been chalk, and I found this to be honestly great. It's liquid chalk, you put it on your hands and then you literally blow on it or wait a few seconds and it will dry out and it will literally be the same as if you had an actual piece of chalk. And yeah, I loved it. I use it now that I discovered it way more often than my gloves. I love to use this one, and yeah, I really, really like it. And then finally, if whoever you giving the presents to does loads of heavy lifting of barbells, or they need some help because maybe the grip is not strong enough, these straps are actually the best thing I've ever found. You just put them around your wrist, wrap this around the weight, the barbell, dumbbell, whatever it is, and yeah, these again, lifesaver. I saw equally men and girls using it because they're absolutely great. Next, still in the lifting area, people think that it's for female only. It is not. Men can do hip thrust as well, and this has saved me so many times. So yeah, a barbell pad has been one of the must-have, and I love it, and I think it's one of those things that they're really, really, really good to have, and it will save you a lot of times and will prevent pain. So yeah, girl, boy, it doesn't matter, a barbell pad is again a must if you lift weights with using a barbell. And equally, a lifting belt. This has been a matter of not only pushing beyond what I thought my limits were and improving my form, but is a matter of safety. And having a lifting belt, I think, is a must-have, even if you're not lifting necessarily very high weights. It's honestly one of the best things I've ever bought, and especially if you do heavy weights or have a weaker back. Then another thing I really liked and I loved when I was given were some ankle straps for the cable machine. So basically, so you can do kickbacks, you can do whatever you need to do. Yeah, definitely this is another good thing for yourself or whoever, and yeah, very versatile, and you can literally just slip it in the bag so you don't have to rely on whether or not your gym has it, or even if someone else is using it. I just realized that my camera cut me off. Great. So yeah, the next item is a gym bag, which I think is very much something that is always appreciated, to have a new gym bag that you can fit everything inside. You can just dump whatever you're using, whether you go to the gym or playing tennis or golf or I don't know, whatever it is you're doing. A gym bag, I think that is a really, really nice thing to be given. That is, useful and always welcome. Then I think that some new shoes are, again, a must for gyms, fitness and whatnot. I use these ones, which I really recommend for cardio or upper body days or heat or whatever. So for like high impact or low impact, these are honestly the best shoes I've ever had. And then equally for, squats, deadlifts and whatnot, where I need a flat support for my feet, Converse are always a very good option. I think, I probably hope that my partner or someone from my family would give me a new pair, because like as you can tell, they're pretty beaten up. They're like 4 years old. So yeah, lifting shoes or gym shoes or basketball shoes, again, a very, very good present to do. Next, no matter what type of fitness you're into or how advanced or early you are in doing any activity, I think a massage gun is a must have. I got it given for Christmas last Christmas by my partner, and I loved it. I don't even think, I use it so often that it doesn't even have battery right now. It can be very expensive, but actually this one was relatively cheap and affordable. It's something that you don't necessarily have to spend a crazy amount of money, because it's one function, so it's not that you get any better or worse, I don't think. And this one is awesome, so if I find it I will try and link it. But yeah, I really like this present and I am so glad I got given it to it, so I really recommend to get one of these. And final, for fitness, I would say a Fitbit is something that I can never express well enough how much I love this. I use it every day. I love to track my steps. I love to track, even, I know it's TMI, but like I can track even my period. It has everything, and I personally prefer over an Apple Watch or whatever other type of watches. I think Fitbit is honestly my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I really love them and I really recommend them. In terms of headphones, these in particular are the best thing I was ever given. I absolutely love them. I use them even on the train to go to work or whatnot. But these in particular are, I think, the fitness version. I will obviously link them. And the sound cancelling, they're amazing. They sit on the ear very well. They're sweat proof. They're everything proof. They don't fall down. They are not that expensive. I think they're £100, which, I mean, it's not cheap, but compared to other pairs which either sit worse or don't do the job as well and are way more expensive, I think this is the best thing we ever bought, and it's literally the best value for money. So yeah, really recommend this. Next, in terms of personal stuff, I would firstly go into loungewear. I made a video about loungewear. I was reviewing different type of loungewear, so if you haven't seen it yet, I would definitely recommend to go check it out because I talk about different types and styles and whatnot. I think something like loungewear, whether you're working, studying, whatever, is something that would be very much appreciated because it makes you feel, or at least in my case, it makes me feel still put together, nice and a little bit fancy, and I would really appreciate it if I was given one, if I didn't already buy like 400 different types. So yeah, something that I think people should really look into, whether for men or women, it doesn't matter, just something to lounge in that is stylish and nice. Also, in terms of taking care of yourself, I would definitely recommend something for your face or for whoever, the person's face, and something like a brush for your face to scrub and exfoliate it is something that I really liked. And yet again, this is a Christmas present and I love it. I still use it and I really think it's something that is really nice and good for your skin, and I wouldn't necessarily have bought it for myself, so I was very grateful when I was given it. Same in terms of, you know, doing things by yourself. I think something like a gel nail kit with a lamp, like I showed you in the other vlogmas where I did my own nails, and it's something that I do regardless of Christmas. I've done it for a few months now and I love it because I can do my own nails, I can feel nice and put together, but without having to commit to going to a nail salon very often, and it's something that any woman or man would definitely appreciate. And finally, I would say the last bit of the category would be a personal shopper experience, which is not necessarily buying clothes. It's something that's really nice so that they get to have that experience of being given attention and being helped, and they can pick their own clothes so you don't have to, you know, worry about that. But it's something that I really look forward to do with my best friend, and we are going to do it as soon as we can. So yeah, I really am excited for that and I really look forward to it. So I think that anyone else giving that to your friend or family or significant other would be a very good thing. So definitely something that I think everyone will appreciate it, even your mom, your nan or whoever. Next, for technology, we have very different things that I think people will like no matter the age, gender or whatnot. So first of all, if your partner or yourself or whoever has ever wanted to start, for example, a YouTube channel, or has ever wanted to get into photography or, you know, vlogging or traveling or whatnot, something like a camera can be that little thing that they need to just do it rather than think about it. Or if they have a camera but they've grown out of it because now it's too old, or like mine that I'm using right now, it doesn't have the flippy screen and it just makes life so difficult, I would say a camera. Now I know that that's, you know, it can be quite expensive. So I would say if you find secondhand, doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be bad, but you still can, you know, give that to that person to start doing it. And equally, if they have a camera, maybe something specifically for editing and making videos. My partner gave me as a graduation present the Final Cut Pro package software, which is quite expensive, and that's why it was my graduation present, but it's something that, as I said, really appreciate it. It allowed me to move away from iMovie, or yeah, I think it was iMovie called, and do some serious editing and be able to learn things like motions and do my own transitions and things like that. So yeah, I really liked it, and I think things like this can be very useful and like treated like gold, honestly. So yeah, really good. In terms of technology and going to a different area, things like the PS5. I was talking the other day with my co-workers at the office, and we were talking about gifts and whatnot, and every single guy was like PS5, PS5, PS5. So there you go, PS5. No clue where you get it from again. He got it by himself, and I know that was very hard to get it, so I have no idea how it works, whether they will be back in stock or not. But yeah, something like that could be very nice. And another thing for it, which I can say now that literally he has left to go to the office, are things for the PS5. So besides the games, something that he was really asking a lot was a VR, virtual reality headset that goes for the PS5 for whichever games that are like virtual reality, and apparently it's the best thing ever, and something that we can use during Christmas or the Christmas day to play games all together and make it like an activity. And yeah, so I got it for him. But honestly, whenever I was talking about it with my co-workers, they also really liked that, and they also thought that that was really cool to have. So there we go. If the guy already has the PS5, you can buy a VR set. If the guy or the girl doesn't have a PS5, you can still use it with the computer, for what I understood. So it's not necessarily related only to PS5s or Xbox or whatever. But yeah, a VR set apparently is really cool, and you know, you can as well enjoy during the day and do a few things together. So going into doing things together, I thought that another really good type of presents would be activities to do on Christmas Day or the day after to come in during the holidays, especially now that not necessarily everyone can see their friends and family on, you know, during the holidays. So yeah, one thing was exactly that, games to do on Christmas Day, whether are games in terms of, as I said, PS5, Xbox, computers, laptops, phones, I don't know. But the other thing was also board games. So I bought, like I showed you the other day, if you saw the other VLOGMAS vlog, a pack of quizzes from friends. Then if you really like other series, like for example the Queen Gambit, we bought already a chess board game set to play chess, which I'm terrible, I've never played before, but we're learning, and so it's something that we are doing from now on almost every night together, and we will probably do on Christmas Day. So yeah, something like that. Or if you, something that we really used was Game of Thrones themed Monopoly. Again, just a normal Monopoly, nothing too exciting, but if it's themed to some sort of series that you like watching together, or that your friend really likes, or your family, your parents, or whoever, that's something also really nice. I personally as well like things like Scrabble, which my partner doesn't like, but as I said, we have to spend Christmas Day together, so I'm gonna buy it for him, but in reality it's for me, and we can play that. And as well, I was thinking specifically things to do together that are not necessarily a game, because you know, after you play 2, 3 or 4 you might get bored. A really good thing was some tasting kits. So you know, like you go wine tasting or beer tasting or whatnot. I actually googled and found a few kits or packages to do it at home. So you have the typical wine tasting, so you have a box with, I don't know, 4 or 5 different types of wines, and you get the description, or there's sometimes a video, or there's some online event of wine tasting. So I think Marks and Spencer was offering that, where you literally have to sign up to this online thing, and the day there's like a
don't know if it's a Zoom call or a conference or whatnot, and you have bought obviously the wines, and you will taste it as the event is online, it will go on. If you look into it, you can create your own. I don't think you have to necessarily buy a set or buy a box that is already made. It could be as creative and as tailored to that person as you can, so something that I thought it was really nice and enjoyable to do. And as well, in terms of, you know, activities and food and whatnot, I thought that Christmas Day, probably you're going to have to cook by yourself, or at least I will have to cook for myself. So I got a lot of accessories for the kitchen to do that. So I got him things like garlic crusher, or a very fancy peeler, or a very fancy electric salt and pepper grinder. So like little tiny things like that. Anything that makes it more enjoyable. I thought that was really nice. You could get some speakers for the kitchen so you can put some music on while cooking together, or maybe a stand to like put a recipe book so that I could stand there and it will be easier to cook at the same time. I don't know, little things like that. And as I said before, if you have space, buy a KitchenAid so that if you're baking together, again, it makes it much easier and more enjoyable. And yeah, anything that brings you together, any accessory like that is very much appreciated. And yeah, this is what I think is the best mix of different type of presents for different people, different age. I hope it was useful, I hope it was insightful, and that you found new ideas of what to give. As I said, these are all things that I've either bought, was given, or have given throughout the years, and that have been the most appreciated, and that I actually had a good feedback, or I thought it was a really good present when I received this. So yeah, I really hope you liked it and enjoyed it. And yeah, right now, again, because I am working, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna do some emails, and then we will do the cookies, because right now they have probably been there on the temperature, like sitting on the counter for the past 2 hours and a half, 3 hours. So yeah, hopefully they're going to be perfect to do the cookies in a minute. Right, so if you hear weird noises, because I put the oven to warm up at 190 degrees fan. While that warm ups, it just says to roll it and then cut it into pieces with the little cutters and put it in the oven for 7 to 10 minutes. You can do 7 minutes if you want them more soft, and 10 minutes if you want them crunchy. So I really think that is pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll them because I'm really looking forward to this and I cannot wait, and my mouth is literally watering right now. I don't know why this time this recipe is an absolute disaster. Oh my god. It looks like I used gluten-free flour, which is usually this friable, but I haven't.
Through the snow, bells are jingling, snowflakes tingling, Rudolph knows where to go. On this cold.
Look how cute! It worked! Okay, maybe there's still hope.
Down on my Christmas run, it's the most tired chore. No girl or boy without a toy, so giddy up, Rudolph, my dear. 8 pair of bananas.
Right, so these are all the cookies that we can do with half a dough, which I think is quite enough. I mean, this is absolutely huge. And then we have the 3 sizes. So yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm going to put that half in the fridge and we can do another day. And then this one, I'm going to put them now in the oven for 7 to 10 minutes. Okay, so the alarm has gone off. They do seem quite nice and toasty. I'm gonna take a few out and show you, hopefully, and let's see if they're ready. So these are the big ones, and these are the other ones. I mean, they're still soft. I don't know whether when they cool down they will be all nice and hard and like crunchy, because I don't want to overdo them and then burn them or like, you know, ruin them. I think I'm gonna put them back for 1 minute. Just 60 seconds more just in case, and then we will just cool them and then we can do the icing. So these are the finished gingerbread cookies and they look so cute and so nice. Unfortunately the icing is just not working. It's just too liquid and it's going everywhere and it's making just a big mess. So I'm just going to do a taste test and then that's it. I feel disappointed in that sense, but yeah, I just had to prepare better and I will do next time. But I tried so many times to do this icing. I think I thrown away around 5 batches so far and nothing would work. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a taste test because I'm looking forward to it. The crunch all the way through. Look at that. Oh, that's so good. 9 out of 10. It's not the best thing, but for being at home, yeah. For homemade, 10 out of 10. But in general, I don't know, maybe 10 out of 10. I don't know. Oh my god. I definitely recommend you do this recipe, 100%. Oh, I'm looking forward to making it at the house now. It's gonna be so fun. Sorry if I had gingerbread all over my teeth. I really hope you like this vlog. I know it has been a little bit all over the place and I'm sorry that at the beginning I was complaining quite a lot, but yeah, it was just a stressful day yesterday, so I apologize. And yeah, I really hope that the gift guide was useful and entertaining and you maybe tried my workout. If you did, obviously please let me know. Give it a like if you liked it, subscribe to my YouTube channel because it does support me a lot, and hopefully I will see you next time. Ciao!